Experiential education, I think, is one of the things that just makes the learning process so concrete.
Students are getting it, they're feeling it, it's making sense to them, and they're using this experience of service learning to help them get jobs.
I don't think that you can get an experience like that in a regular class. I've liked all my classes at the University of New Haven, but this one really allowed me to just go that extra step.
It just reinforces what the class is about. So we get a hands-on approach, and I think that makes the class that much better for us, more beneficial.
I learned that I'm capable of getting out of my comfort zone.
It really brings out the course load, so you know what it's like in real life, and it's not just there in a book. You can put the course and real life and make it all come together, and I think you learn more through that.
They're using everything they've learned in their textbooks. They absolutely have to apply all those things, but it is very different. It is so hands-on, and we never know what to expect.
Until a person actually goes into the field and actually does it is the first time you see that light turn on and then say, oh, I get what that means.
Sometimes they're, think of themselves as students and don't really recognize that they have a lot to offer. But when they go in there, I can sort of see them talking to these high school students and how confidently they explain what's going on.
When they first came, I think they were a little tentative and thought, well, I think I want a tutor, but I'm not sure. But watching them, I'm just amazed at the changes that have taken place in the students because they're really excited and they're realizing that they're making an impact on the children.
I learned to be confident even when it's something as small as standing in front of a classroom of little kids.
They actually were very excited about this. They came back with all kinds of stories about being in court and being recognized by the marshals and the judges at different points in time, by being perceived as young professionals affiliated with Mothers Against Drunk Driving as well as the University of New Haven.
When I went into the courtroom, I had a whole different perspective on than what it really was. And this is a good thing because I actually get to go there, get to meet the prosecutors, the marshals, everybody who I could potentially be working with later on in the future.
I think by sitting in a classroom and learning as much as you can from professors, because they have a wealth of knowledge that you really can get from them, you're not going to get everything that you need by sitting in a classroom. You need to have your hands in something.
The way this kind of interacts with my class, it's kind of a preventative approach to, keeping kids on the right path, and I think I'm contributing to that, just by talking to the kids, just telling them what they're supposed to do and keeping them on the right track with their homework in school.
One of the things that we did was we got to go to the Holocaust Memorial in Washington, D.C. because Janet Sussman, who is a board member, donated the money so that we could go, and that was a really cool experience. You hear about it, but until you see it, it doesn't hit you.
My students were able to talk to the University of New Haven students about what college life was like and how did they feel that they were prepared from high school to go to college, and what things would they do if they were in high school again. And it was really interesting to see the camaraderie.
I didn't expect how much those high school students would just want to be near college students. And then in addition, I didn't really expect how much it would mean to the teachers in those schools to have me be a part of that experience. The school seems really appreciative of my efforts, and I really feel like the students themselves, they're the ones that I really put that focus in for.
The students have been so willing to do whatever and however it needs to be. They get very excited about attending court with me and understanding how the proceedings happen. And
I've learned that students are actually very open to this. I thought initially there would be resistance, but there wasn't. Actually, the students embraced the idea of service learning. They want to learn more. They want to learn beyond the classroom.
You get to see how the community is, how real life is, not what a book tells you, not what the professor tells you. And then you get to take all of it and you get to put it together and you see, oh, that's what my professor meant.
I learned a lot more about what's going on in the world, and through that I have become much more interested in what's going on in other parts of the world besides the United States.
Being able to apply what you've learned in the classroom is it's really an amazing experience.
Probably not as bad as people think. I mean, it's very beneficial. That's probably the main part of it. And it's fun. It's not a burden, it's really kind of fun.
If you're willing to do it, it's totally worth it. So I recommend it to anyone.
We really are excited and glad that the UNH students are coming here, and they are some of the best students that we've had working with us this semester, so we really are excited and hope that this is a relationship that will continue.
I would love to see this program continue. I think that the UNH students got out of it a sense that they had helped some students who needed some additional help.
The service learning just makes teaching exciting again, and just continues to make it exciting, because you can't do the same thing every year, because it just doesn't happen that way.
It will challenge us to become better professors, because in the end, we're thinking about how we can make our classrooms better.
For me, as an educator, it's been a very gratifying experience, because it's helped me put some things together. I think it's been very helpful to the students, okay, because they seem to be enjoying it. They seem to be connecting the real world experience to the class material, so it's working for them. And I told you a couple of examples of just how excited students had been about it, and how it had really helped them professionally in a number of ways. This has been good for everybody. It's been kind of a win-win-win.